Hi, welcome to another video. So, OpenAI has launched their new GPT 4.1 model, and I really don't get what the problem is with OpenAI. That's why I thought to talk about these models. It's the same Quasar and Optimus model that was launched on OpenRouter, and I had talked about them before. It's also a bit worse than the OpenRouter models actually, which is pretty interesting nonetheless. If you are not living under a rock, then you probably know about the 4.1 model. It's a new model that outperforms GPT-4o. Yes, a model that is now 1 year old, and it also beats GPT 4.5, which is one of the worst models launched in recent times. If you look at almost all their benchmarks, they only compare the model with these models and nothing else. There are actually three models: GPT 4.1 Nano and Mini. Nano and Mini are fine, but Flash and Flashlight are also better models than those, for me at least, while being relatively cheaper. They have a 2 million token context window, which is even higher than the 1 million token context window that the OpenAI counterparts have. So, I don't get the point of those models either. All their models have a better alternative that is cheaper and available. Anyway, I'll be mainly focusing on how OpenAI is not yet able to catch up in the model sector. And obviously, this may change if they launch a good model, but I'm doubtful that it will. So, GPT 4.1 and Twitter people were obviously excited. But I wasn't, and let's talk about why. I have looked at a bunch of models over the last year, and I can tell you when a model blog is written very ambiguously, and GPT 4.1 was surely one of them. Because, throughout the post, they never mention any model for comparison from other companies like Gemini, 2.5 Pro, or Flash, or any third-party models. They only compare it with GPT-4o, GPT-4o Mini, o3 Mini, and GPT 4.5, which all are not good models for sure. Secondly, the pricing is not so good either. The GPT 4.1 model costs about $2 per 1 million tokens for input and $8 for 1 million output tokens, whereas o3 Mini, which is surely a better model than this, costs about $1.10 per 1 million tokens, which is just funny to me. Yes, you are charged for thinking tokens, I believe, in o3 Mini, but still, the model is genuinely better than GPT 4.1. If I bump up the pricing just a bit, then I can probably use Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is a thrice better model than this, and it also supports a 1 million token context window. So, the pricing is really not good for this model, and the Nano and Mini models are also not as good. Gemini 2.0 Flash, or even the upcoming 2.5 Flash, would be able to beat it, which will be awesome nonetheless. I don't really understand why they have made this model. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's better than GPT-4o for plain text cases, but there are so many good options available that I can't even fathom what this model is supposed to be for. I mean, just take some time and build something good. I think they are anyway releasing o3 and o4 Mini, so why this model? One thing that I also found super funny is that GPT 4.5, which I don't know why it existed, has been deprecated and will be removed in July. This is quite funny because Sam Altman had tweeted about the model, saying that people have been telling him that he shouldn't remove the model ever, and now here we are. Anyway, for general tasks, I really liked the new Grok 3 Mini model. It's super cheap, like extremely cheap, and it's really good because it can do reasoning. Even Gemini 2.5 Pro in Ader's benchmark costs less than GPT 4.1 to run, which says a lot about it. DeepSeek R1 and V3, which are insanely better models, perform better in AIDR's benchmarks, and cost way less than GPT 4.1. I think that they were able to build the first consumer-facing LLMs, but they are not as much able to innovate and make the models even better. Their models are just not competitive enough. They remain good for like 5 or 10 days, and then the competitors make a way better model, and then they just keep playing catch-up. They had also said that they are going to be open sourcing a model, but it is not done yet, and it will probably also be a super average model as well, by the looks of it. I really am sad from the last 2 or 3 model launches by them. The GPT-4o image gen was actually quite good, but their models are starting to plateau hard, which is looking bad for them from all angles. O3, if it comes out, will probably cost upwards of even Sonnet, and even similar to something like O1, which is really very expensive, and O4 mini can also be expensive as well. I don't really get what they are trying to do. Their pricing for APIs is getting a lot more expensive, and it is mainly because they are dealing in pretty big losses and need to become profitable. But these things will not help them for sure, and will only make them plateau even harder. I'll recommend you to use the DeepSeek V 3.1 model if you're looking for a model that doesn't need reasoning and needs to be fast. Or you can also use the DeepSeek R1 or Gemini 2.5 Pro or Grok 3 mini model and stuff like that if you wish to have a reasoning variant. Grok 3 mini and DeepSeek even have the thinking traces shown, which is awesome. Also, I don't understand that if Quasar was the GPT 4.1 model, then why is GPT 4.1 worse performing than that? I think they probably quantized it or something, and it now performs even worse than Quasar, which is pretty bad for sure. Let's see if they come up with something new or not in the upcoming days, and if they are able to claim back their leads in leaderboards. Gemini is currently reigning the leaderboards because of how their Gemini 2.5 Pro models have turned out. Their new models are actually amazing. I have always been a believer in Gemini models, even when they weren't good. But now, seeing the Pro model being great is awesome, and Gemini 2.5 Pro Coder is also going to come soon. So, we'll see about that. I was expecting something good out of this release, but it turned out to be very average again. So, let's see if we get something good from them soon or not. Let me know what you guys think about the model, and if you're going to use it or not, and if it is good at something that I missed. Please subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.